Hi Stampin' Friends, I'm here. I'm Lisa and I want to welcome you to Lisa's Stamp Studio. I've got a super cute, fun project for you tonight. I have been really excited about showing it to you. I actually practiced it yesterday and made a whole bunch more cards because I just like it that much. I wanted to go over a couple things with you about a Facebook Live event if this is your first time. First of all, thanks for joining me. Second of all, if you would, I would love for you to leave me a comment. Tell me where you're from and how long you've been stamping if you're a current stamper. If you're not already a stamper, just write I'm new. I would love that. We love to meet stampers of all calibers, whether you're seasoned or you're new. We would just love to get to know you. So please leave me a comment just so that you know after the live event is over, I do come back here to my page and I will either like or read all the comments that you leave. I try to catch them while we're here live, but sometimes I don't do a real good job of that, especially when I'm stamping because I'm really distracted. Hi Gail and hi Marion. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm hoping you can hear me okay. Can you hear me okay? Probably not. Let's do this. Now, can you hear me now? Yes, I hope you can hear me. I just realized I didn't turn on my receiver. I'm using a wireless mic, and I'm hoping you can hear me now. So, sounds great. Yes, thank you. Wonderful. I always worry about this wireless thing. Technology and we just don't get along. All right. So, a couple things about Facebook Live if you've not seen them before. I am actually here in my house, in my stamp studio in Brandon, Florida, and you are there. Hi, Christine. Sounds good. Yay. Technology can be weird. So if you lose me, come out of Facebook and come back in. Sometimes it just refreshes it. I've also been told that most people have better luck on a PC or a laptop, so keep that in mind. And if I lose you, heaven forbid, I will come back and finish. So don't panic and think I'm gone for the night and you missed out. I won't do that to you. But I'm excited to share the project with you tonight, and I'm using a bundle from the Occasions catalog. It's going to be, and I know this is going to be a mirrored image, it's going to be backwards. It's called the Basket Bunch. I'm using this, and I'm using the coordinating framelit, so I'm using both of them, and that's what we call a bundle. So if you buy the bundle, not only do you save 10%, but you're able to get both. You get the stamps and the coordinating framelits. Hi, Kathy, Loretta, and Terry. I'm so glad you're here. The great thing about this, obviously, is no fussy cutting. And when we get over to the stamp table in just a few minutes, I'm going to be able to give you a better look at those. But you're going to be able to find those products in the Occasions catalog, which is the smaller catalog, which I'll show you right now. That's out for a period of time. It's just seasonal products, and I just love the stuff that's in there. And I'm actually using that bundle tonight to do the project that we're going to be doing. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I am going to flip you down in just a second, but I also want to remind you of the Live with Lisa. For those of you that don't know, hi Kathy, I'm so glad you're here. Hi Don. If you don't know about Live with Lisa, it's an event like this, but larger. It also includes prizes, and it's held in a closed group. Hi Sue, I'm glad you're here from Wisconsin. Hi, Dana. Oh, this is so exciting, you guys. I get to meet some of you that are new. Hi, Lynn. So Live with Lisa is a larger event, very much like this. I do several live demonstrations. I give away prizes, and you get tutorials to everything I show you, which is fabulous. And I do that for people who place a $25 online product order, or if they order studio stamps in the mail. And just so that you know, studio stamps in the mail for March, the last day to order is Monday. So I'm gonna give you guys a peek of those projects too here at the end. So what do you say we get started? That's why you're here. Hi Barb, oh my gosh, hi Jewel. It's so nice that you guys are here. Thanks for joining me. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna flip you down. It's an ugly view, so bear with me. All right. And I'm flipping you around. Okay, now I can see your comments. Oh, and I can see your likes and your hearts too. So that helps me a lot if I know you're watching and you can hear me and everything looks okay. I'm just gonna readjust my camera a little bit because I wanna make sure you have a good view. All right, awesome. So here is the bundle I was just trying to show you, obviously standing up, which never looks good. But don't you love this? Check this out, guys. There is not one thing you have to fussy cut here. Look at this little tiny thin piece. This is for the stem of the flower. The one reason I chose the stamp set tonight is I think it's kind of a sleeper set in the Occasions catalog because of the fact that people look at it and think Easter. Oh, it can be so much more than that. Wouldn't these be cute on a baby card? Wait till you see what I did this for studio stamps in the mail. And how about flowers? When are flowers not appropriate? The basket can be used with or without the handles, and the dies for the basket are awesome. Not only do you have a silhouette one, but you also have one that cuts some detail. So this would be just fun for just a planter, all kinds of fun things. And of course, obviously, Easter. I'm doing something completely out of the box tonight because I love to challenge myself. So I've got my stamps already mounted. I'm going to leave those to the side. I'm going to leave these out because I'm going to need those. And I want to show you where this came from. This is from the Occasions catalog, and it's here on page 18. Love, 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 love it. Bundle, like I said, saves you 10% and gives you both the stamps and the framelits. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Jean. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Yay. Okay. The other great thing about this bundle, it just so happens to be the studio stamps and the mail product for this month. And I'm going to show you those cards at the end, so make sure you hang with me, okay? This is also another great book, and as you can see, lots bigger. This is the annual catalog. This large book contains all of our core products and our color palettes and fabulous things in here as well. And right now is Stampin' Up's largest sale of the year. Anything in this book or in the second release here are absolutely free with a $50 product purchase. And if you should decide you want to purchase, you can do so by clicking the Learn More button here at the top of my Facebook page. That will navigate you to my blog, and you can place your orders there. And that's where all the Live with Lisa information is, as well as my online ordering rewards and my online classes. All right, that's enough. That's enough propaganda, right? Okay, let's get busy. I'm going to start with a piece of chocolate chip cardstock. All the cutting dimensions for this project will be on my blog on Monday, and I'll put up some of the basic ones tonight so that you guys don't have to wait that long, because I have a feeling you're going to really, really want to make this beforehand. Bone folder will give me that nice crisp edge on my card. I'm also going to bring in a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and I'm going to do some embossing on this piece. This is the Boho Chic embossing folder. You know, we used to use this a lot, I think, a couple years ago, and it's kind of like gone by the wayside. Oh, Kelly, it's fine that you're late. It's okay. Hi, Tammy. I'm going to emboss this. So I'm going to stick this inside the embossing folder. Now, in Spotlights before, I brought the Big Shot in, and I took the Big Shot out, and quite frankly, for me, it's a hassle because I have to move everything because it slides on here. So guess what? We're doing something new. Are you ready? Watch. I'm not going to try to make you dizzy, but watch. We're going over here. I've got the Big Shot just off camera, and that's going to make life a lot easier. And I think, and I have been told, that you can see and hear me fine. The Big Shot platform. If you have the Stampin' Up! Big Shot, yours might have the tabs on the platform. That's fine. This is just the new one, and quite frankly, I absolutely love this because I don't have to mess with the additional length that those tabs provide me. So you always want to protect it with one of the clear cutting mats on the bottom, and then here's my folder with the cardstock, and then another clear mat over the top, and then I'm just going to crank this through. And I'm going to tell you what, cranking in Florida is a wonderful thing versus anything with power, because in the summer months here, we do get some rain, and I don't know what it is about where I live. We seem to actually get power outages on a regular basis. All right, I'm going to flip you back over to my table. I'm not trying to make you dizzy, so bear with me. All right, I think you should have a good view. And there we go. There's that beautiful image. Isn't that pretty? I really like this embossing folder. It's really, really sharp. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere that to the card base, and I like to use snail adhesive. And do you see how there's a bunch of bumps here? I call those hills and valleys. So I like to use the adhesive more generously on these embossed pieces to make sure that they stick really, really well. Oh, the audio's coming in good. Oh, awesome. Hi, hola, Lydia. Hi, Tina, Sue. I'm glad you guys are here. All right. So again, I'm going to be way more generous than I normally am. I was telling some stamping friends this, I think it was last weekend. I have to giggle when I'm doing an event and I have people here that I actually physically watch them put adhesive on their cards, cracking up because they are absolutely going crazy with the tape. I mean, crazy. You guys, it's wonderful. It's going to stick really good, so you don't have to cover the whole thing. I always say save your money for the good stuff, like ribbon and stamp sets, right? All right, so now we've got the base of the card. Let's get on to the fun part. Hi, Shauna. Hi, Diane. I'm glad you guys are here. Hi, Connie. The next thing I'm going to bring in is, let me grab it. It's in a little cello bag. Bear with me here, guys. I got to reach behind me. You know, I am organized. That's one of my strong suits, but sometimes I'm too organized, right? This is a piece of chocolate chip cardstock, and I'm actually going to die cut from this. And this time I'm going to be using the Layering Squares framelits. I love these because look how closely related they are in size. There are regular squares and there are scallops. Now you may be looking at this going, what is that black thing? This magnetic piece is actually sold at a home improvement store. And what I did is I actually cut it the same size as the cardboard that comes inside the Stampin' Up! Plastic envelope. That's how these are actually made. Oh, you guys like that, yay! So what I did is I always have trouble fitting them. So the magnet helps hold them in place. And then what I do, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm gonna hold these up. I actually number them. So I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way through of all the squares and all the scallop squares that are also included. The reason I do that is because when I recreate a project like I am tonight, I never remember which one I used. Have that happened to you? That makes me crazy. So I know on my instructions tonight, I wrote number 1. So I'm going to take number 1 out, and I'm going to set those framelits to the side. And now we're going to go back over to the Big Shot, and there we go. Not trying to make you dizzy, I'm sorry. I'm going to take off that Big Shot platform, and I'm changing that out to, I know I'm making noise, sorry, magnetic platform. The magnetic platform is going to help hold these dies in place. This is just like the best thing since sliced bread as far as I'm concerned. Clear mat on the bottom, again, to protect it. Here is my scrap, and I am going to place my square on there. Did you guys see that? Did you see how that slips? Does that happen to you? Okay, if it does, let me tell you why, and let me tell you how to fix it. It happens because these clear mats become warped as they crank through the rollers in your Big Shot. So it's important that you take them and you switch them around from time to time. So what's been on the bottom should be on the top and flip directions, because that'll give them more equal wear and allow them to last longer. Now I'm reaching over here for my next best friend in the whole wide world. Even if you still do what I'm telling you to do and they still slip like this, watch. This is a Post-it note flag. If you don't have these, a Post-it note works. You're actually going to tape it right in place where you want. The Post-it note's going to hold the die and it's going to hold the paper on the platform. Isn't that brilliant? Love it. Clear mat over the top, and then you can crank this through. I don't know about you, but when I'm die cutting a stamp image, and usually if I'm using different dies, I'm able to fit quite a bit on this platform at one time. I'm going to come back over to the stamp table. I'm able to fit a lot on that platform at one time. So I'm able to actually maximize my crank. Does that make sense? So I can put a whole bunch of things on there and die cut them all at once. All right, so we've got a square. All right, you're thinking, okay, big deal, Lisa, you've got a square. All right, so I'll be honest with you, beforehand, I actually made a few more of these because now you've seen it. Okay, hi, Becky. And I'm going to use chocolate chip ink. And I'm using a wedge of sponge. You can see that I've actually used this once before. I will tell you a tip about your sponges. Wash them in soap and water and let them air dry. This is a dye-based ink and it will stain the sponge, but once it's been cleaned well, you can use it in other colors. Did you know that? Yep, you can. All right, so I'm going to dip my sponge in here and I'm going to go around the edges. And I realize you're probably looking from where you're at going, really? I don't see a darn thing. But I promise you, when I get the pictures up tonight when I'm done, you're going to be able to definitely see that. So I've got one square here. I've also cut myself another rectangle of the same cardstock, and I'm going to do the same thing here. So I'm going to go around and around and around. And I'm going to do that on all four sides. This is called sponging the edges. And you can see it makes a really kind of funny sound. I like to hold it by the wedge. That keeps my fingers clean. If you go straight up and down, your ink is going to be along the sides. If you go more to the front like this, you're going to get more sponging on the top of your card. This is just a fabulous, fabulous way to add dimensions to your projects. All right, so now we've got those. I'm going to set the ink to the side and my sponge. All right, and on the back side, and I realize you probably can't tell that it's sponged too much even with the lighting, I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. They're going to need to be balanced, so let me give you another tip. I take my dimensionals and I cut them in half. So I'm taking my paper snips and I'm actually taking that octagon shape and I'm making them smaller. And you're probably thinking, why? Because the octagon itself is rather large. It would have to go in the middle, but I needed to have it balanced for this project. So I'm going to cut them in half so I can put one here, look, and one here, look. Gotta love that. All right, let me bring in the other ones I made before we got together. I figured if I showed you one, you would get it. All right. All right, so here we go. I'm going to take off the paper backing. Hi, Michelle. I see that you're here. I'm glad you joined in. Thanks for coming. And here we go. I'm going to take one more. I got this stuck to my finger. Gotta love these things. I call dimensionals my cheap thrill. They make my projects look really professional because they're raised and puffy. I'm going to just turn you guys a little bit more. I want to make sure you're not crooked. All right, here we go. So I've got one in each hand, and I'm going to place them about equal space apart here at the top. All right, so we've got that. And I'm going to take two more. Take off the paper backing for those as well. If you have trouble getting the paper backing off, take your fingernail and press it in the center of the dimensional. That's going to help lift the edges. Boy, that's been a tip lifesaver for me because I have short nails. All right, and then here is the other two. And I'm going to lay those here. You're probably thinking, where are you going with that mess, right? Oh, it looks like a mess now, but it's not going to be. And I've got two more. Now later on, I'm going to tell you about these extra two squares at the bottom because some of you may say, you didn't need that. Look at, oh look, the paper's on the back. Has that ever happened to you? All right, no problem. I got more. Let me just replace that. I must not have taken it off all the way. Okay, so there we go. There's that and there's that. All right, so here we go. Now we've got these and we're putting them here at the bottom. All right. Sherry has a guess. Did you guys read Sherry's guess? Sherry, say it again in case someone missed you. Bump your post by retyping what you said. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. You guys see it? What did Sherry say? Oh yeah, it's Hershey's. All right, so those of you that know me well know that I cannot live without chocolate. I mean, it is always within my reach, like literally always within my reach. Okay, but wait till you see what I do to this card. Do you recognize this? This is the Sprinkles Punch. Kind of a sleeper punch, I think, too, inside the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. But you know what I found out? Right here. That would be this image right here. This little squiggly, watch what it does. I'm going to line it up here in the corner, and I'm going to tell you, don't get your hands over there. Ask me how I know. And I'm going to punch. I'm going to use the table as leverage. Oh, now, you know what? This worked fine before you guys got here. There we go. But look, probably because I'm literally a good 12 inches away from where I'm standing and where the camera is. But look at, so now we've got our little bite mark because at my house, chocolate never goes uneaten. Ever, 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 ever. All right, so here come my next steps. I've got a piece of designer series paper. This comes from the Moroccan series. It worked out really well for this project. And this is my silicone mat. Chime in if you guys got this because this is like the bomb craft accessory. You have to have this, have to. Because if you use it with adhesive, it will not stick to here. So that's gonna mean all my work surface stays nice and clean. Love this. Look how many of you have this. This is like the best tool in the world. Works great with adhesive, works great with glue, and you can even use it with your hot glue gun. Yep, works great. All right, now you need some chocolate, Shauna. Yeah, go get some. I'll wait for you. And I'm going to add adhesive to the back. Now, I'm going to add adhesive all the way around. All right? The next thing I'm going to bring in is a piece of aluminum foil. Do you guys see this? Because what good is a chocolate bar unless it has a wrapper, right? Gotta have a wrapper. And the best part of the wrapper is what? Is ripping it away to get to the fabulous chocolate inside. So I'm gonna lay this down kind of low. Now you might not think that this is gonna stick to foil, but let me tell you, my first few cards I boo-booed and it totally works. Now you can see here that we've got way more than we need because you know how foil is, it's nice and wide. So I'm gonna cut that off. And some of you are probably shrieking, thinking this is ruining my scissors. You know, it really isn't. Foil really doesn't ruin your paper snip, so don't worry about that. And then I'm going to come across one bottom edge, and I'm going to cut that away as well. So I'm just cutting that away. So these are my scraps. I'm going to set those to the side. All right. Anything that's kind of peeking out, I'm going to kind of just rub to the back and kind of curl it under. So I'm not going to be too particular. And now here comes the wrapper part. Did you notice too, I left the shiny side here because when I do this, look, I want to make it look like I was in a hurry and I ripped this little baby open because I'm always in a hurry when I'm eating chocolate. Look, do you see that? All right. Yes, it totally sharpens your scissors. It does, Anita. There are a lot of people who doesn't think, but it even sharpens your punches. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I have a YouTube channel and I have hundreds, literally hundreds of videos on there. And some of my more popular videos are my quick tips that I always give on Thursday. So you might want to head over there and check it out. It's under Lisa's Stamp Studio or my name, Lisa Curcio. Snail adhesive around here. You're thinking it's not going to stick. It does. It sticks like crazy. Who knew, right? So I'm going to go all the way around. I want to get those 4 corners. And this is why this was so important. This is why we had to have these extra 2 squares here at the bottom, because if you didn't, the elevation on this candy bar would be wonky. These would be high and then these would be too shallow. So I'm going to line these up here and I'm going to press, and I like to rub from the back. Do you see how there's a little overage? That's totally fine. That means my chocolate bar is nice and contained in its wrapper. All right, so let me grab my card base. I'm going to use adhesive on the back. I'm going to use my snail adhesive. I'm going to use it generously again because remember, we're going over that embossed background that we did with the Boho Chic embossing folder. All right, got that because I should have used my silicone mat. And I'm going to put this, I think right about like so. Again, I'm going to flip and rub from the back. Hi, Lori. So I am going to rub, you know why? Because I always have ink all over my hands, and sure enough, it always gets over my card. All right, let's stamp. Are you ready? All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take a piece of very vanilla cardstock scrap. My chocolate chip ink is here, and I stole those words from that very same stamps that I just showed you, Basket Bunch. It says, may all your chocolate be solid. Oh, yes. I don't like hollow chocolate. And you know, Easter's coming, and when I was a kid, my mom always made us baskets, right? But when we got the chocolate that was hollow, it was like a dud. How many of you can appreciate that, right? So there we go, I've stamped the words. And my stamp and scrub is just off camera. So this is like glorified doing the dishes for our stamps. One side is wet, one side is dry. I don't know if you guys can see it here, but do you see the little green square up there? I stole my daughter's nail polish. She's always got these crazy colors. And I painted that side with the raindrop green. And then this side I left plain. Because when I'm stamping with friends, we're forever doing this, which one's wet, and then, you know, after a while, that's really nasty and muddy, isn't it? All right, so I like to label them. Now here come my punches. I'm using the 1 1/2 inch circle punch, which means you don't have to stamp this straight. That's totally fine. And I'm going to bring it all the way down here at the bottom. I'm leaving room at the top, and I'm punching. And now I'm bringing in another scrap of chocolate chip cardstock, and this is the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. You love that saying, Mary Lou? So do I. Oh my gosh, so, so cute. And then I'm going to cut a little bit bigger circle from there, and I'm going to put these together, little snail adhesive on the back to kind of hold them together. I would love to know, how many of you are new stampers or seasoned stampers? When I say seasoned, you know, you've actually gotten your hands wet, and you know what it's all like to play with the ink. All right, but we're going to go back over to the big shot because here comes the fun part. Are you guys ready? Okay, hold on 1 second. I got to finagle what I'm doing here. I need another piece of chocolate chip cardstock. Here we go. We're going over there. I hope, oh look, there's my chocolate. It's waiting for me. When I'm done, that's my reward. All right, we're going to stay with the magnetic platform. And out of those framelits I showed you that are part of this bundle, I am going to steal this bunny. This little bunny is so stinking cute because I'm thinking if I have a chocolate bar, what do I need? Gotta have a chocolate bunny, right? So I'm going to add him here. I'm just going to need a little bit, and I'm going to add my clear mat over the top. This is all layered already from what we just did earlier, and we are going to crank him through. If you hear popping and creaking and cracking with your big shot, that's all normal, guys. Don't worry about that. That's just the clear mats going through the roller. So now we've got our little guy here. Let me bring you back over here to the table. I hope I'm not making you dizzy. Am I making you dizzy? Oh gosh, I hope not. That's not my intent. All right, so here we go. We're gonna flip him over. Do you remember those dimensionals that we had that we cut in half? I've got some here. This is why these things are just beautiful, because look at, they're just small enough. I'm gonna put one down here. The hexagons would never fit, and one right up here by his ears. Doesn't that fit just beautifully? Look at that. All right, and now I'm gonna flip over my greeting, and I'm going to put here and here. Now it's stuck. Look, it doesn't want to come off. I'll fight. I'm going to win. All right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I decided I'm going to actually put my little chocolate bunny on first. Isn't he stinking cute? Oh my gosh. This is really prepping me for my little treat as soon as we're done. I'm going to put this here. Do you see how I'm anchoring up right on top of those words just to lead some credence to this card? I'm going to put one here and one here. My mom is a receiver of most of my cards, and she tells me that if I don't use enough of these puffy things, that's what she calls them, that when they go through the mail meter at the post office and they come to her, that they're often sagging. So don't be skimpy with your dimensionals. You want to make sure that you've got enough on there even so that your card comes out looking nice when it's done. All right, so where is he going to go? He's going to go right here. Oh my gosh, is this not cute? Wouldn't you love to get this? Of course you would. Of course you would. But I got great news. Are you guys ready? So I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, I have 4. Wait for it. I've got 5. I've got 5 of these cards to send to you guys. I've got 5. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to send, if you already don't have a demonstrator, please, if you have a demonstrator, don't respond. But if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like the new catalogs, I will send those to you. I'll send you all the catalogs for free with this card to the first 5 people. All you have to do is PM me your address and I will mail it priority mail to you on Monday. But do you want to see the other cards? Of course you do. So let me clear aren't these cute? Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, I'm going to set those aside. The cards I'm showing you now are actually part of Studio Stamps in the Mail. Now, Studio Stamps in the Mail is a program I have every single month where I do all the work for you. So you're going to get this stamp set, these framelits, you're going to get a roll of baker's twine. Guess what else? You're going to get to choose any free item that you want from Celebration. Yep, free. And you get to come to my Live with Lisa event that is on Saturday, March 18th in just 2 weeks. When you buy Studio Stamps in the Mail, you get your private invitation to join me. I give away product prizes, I give you lots of tutorials, and of course we have lots of fun. So here we go. This is one card for Studio Stamps in the Mail. And here's another one. Check this out. You gotta love the little peekaboo here. Isn't that cute? And then here's another one. This is a thank you card. Look how cute that is. Cute, cute, cute. And then last but not least, just show the versatility of this stamp set. So Studio Stamps in the Mail will give you pre-cut supplies to make 2 of each. So you'll get 8 cards, the stamps, the framelits, and all the goodies. Let me flip you around really quick because I want to see you guys. Gonna be you. Bear with me. Here I am. Did you guys like that? Did you like that card? I love that card. I totally love that card. You know why? Because I'm reaching for this, because this is going to definitely be my reward. Those of you that know me know I eat chocolate. Absolutely love this stuff. All right, so the last day to order Studio Stamps in the Mail with that bundle I just showed you is on Monday. So if you're interested, click that Learn More button here on the top of my Facebook page. It'll navigate you to my blog, and then click Online Classes, and you'll find it there. I have a whole outline. I have pictures. I have a short video to show you the cards again if you've missed them, explain how it works. And if you didn't know and you want to join Live with Lisa, but you don't want Studio Stamps in the Mail, it's okay, because guess what? A $25 product order in my online store with the host code is automatically going to send you an invitation to join us, and that's coming up on Saturday, March 18th. I do that every single month. It is not a club. You are welcome to join whenever there's things that you need that you want to order, and I'm just be blessed with your order. So what do you think? What do you think? I'm so glad that you guys have joined me, and I really hope that you've enjoyed this card. Remember, if you don't already have a demonstrator, that's really important. If you don't have a demonstrator and you want the catalogs, I'd be happy to send them priority mail to you on Monday morning with one of those 5 adorable chocolate cards. All right, guys, thanks so much for being with me, and I hope to see you here again for another Spotlight with Lisa. Have a great weekend.